What's up guys, welcome to the video. Quite dark, let me take you off the tripod, we'll walk around with you. I apologise if the last video was like pretty long, it was 30 minutes, but it was the first video back of the new year and it was the first video that I had done in like 7 months, so surely you could understand and appreciate that maybe it's just going to be a little bit longer than I would like. Future videos won't be that long. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are willing to stick around for this journey. So without wasting too much time, we're going to get into today's workout. We are on day one. We've got high bar squats today. We've got 3 sets of 8 at 130 kilos, and then we're going to be jumping into bench press, touch and go, with some upper body accessories. So we'll get into it, straight into it, looking forward to it, really keen, but did have pretty shit sleep last night, I will admit that. Only about 5.5 hours, so it's my own fault, but we'll get it done anyway. So we'll jump into it, warm up, get started on squats. Let's have a killer workout. High bars are done for today. A little bit harder than I anticipated coming in, but it was also expected. Came in with about definitely less than 7 hours of sleep, which is really not optimal. Last night was just like, couldn't seem to get to sleep at the usual time. Probably had something to do with the fact that I was up for the most part sitting at a computer for most of yesterday editing last week's video. Probably just a little bit too stimulated. Like I said, it was my fault. Take full ownership of it, but we still got it done. The first set felt the best. Second one was a little bit harder, bumped up the RPE just a little bit to about an 8.5, and then the last one, that was definitely like an RPE 9. But good sessions, bad sessions, they happen. It's to be expected, and it is 3/8, it's high bar. It's not exactly too light for me, but it's not like overly heavy either. So I think we're in a good spot with the high bar. Today was the last week for high bar squatting. 3 sets of 8, 130. Pretty sure that's a PB, pretty certain that's a PB. So I'll take it and I'll be in high spirits about it. Definitely a win today, so I'll take that home with me. Moving on, we have touch and go bench press like I said earlier. Pretty light loading there as well, with a lot of volume. Really just working on the range of motion and getting some nice capacity work in. So we'll pack up the squat, we'll get into bench press. You can tell I'm not an athlete. So out of breath, so hard to breathe. So hard to breathe. We are now done with bench. Bench is finished. 4 sets of 7, touch and go. Turn my phone recording off there. 4 sets of 7, touch and go, all finished. Got some good volume work in. Feeling nice in the hands this week. Pretty light loading, and the RPE didn't creep above an RPE 7, which is really, really nice. Been doing all the tempo work and all the touch and go work for a little while now, Really keen to start pausing like properly competition bench. We do have the competition style pause on the second bench day, but it's a tempo day as well. So really keen to just get back into regular competition bench, regular decent pause, and then press, just to really see where we are at after all this volume and tempo work for bench press. Couldn't be happier with how this week went for both squats and bench, despite the little RPE spike in squats today. But with all things considered, with all variables in my control, if every box was ticked off, you know, nutrition, sleep, everything, in this case sleep, I feel like we could have had a better day for squats. But again, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. Really happy with how they went. So we're going to jump into accessories now. Got a bunch of upper body stuff to do, and then we'll jump into day 2, which will be sumo deadlifts. So we'll jump into accessories now, and then I'll see you guys on Tuesday for some sumo deadlifts, some cheetah deadlifts. It's not cheating. It's not cheating. And it's not easier either. A lot of people seem to think that sumo is easier. I don't know why, but that's a rant that I'm not going to get into. Where's your Gucci outfit? It's at home. It's at home? This guy's like the most Gucci guy. He always comes into the gym wearing like flat out Gucci everything, bag, hat, but today he's not wearing any Gucci. You're disappointing us. How do you feel? Pretty disappointed. What's up guys, welcome to Tuesday, day 2. We got deadlifts today. Sumo is on the cards. I'm gonna warm up, not gonna take too much time, and just get straight into it. We got 175 for 3x5 as the top set, but we got the 2 ramp up sets just like last week. First set at 160 and then the second set at 167.5. My body's feeling good. My body's feeling good today. Got a lot more sleep last night as well, so today should be a good session. So we'll warm up, we'll get into it. Keen as a bean for deadlifts, let's go. But before we do, remember how I said that I put the hat on last time when I was doing deadlifts so I could wear my headphones? Until I get a haircut. My haircut's tomorrow. But for now, on she goes. I can't wait for next week. We're going to end wrap next week, I can't wait. RPE 7. And we are finished with day 2 deadlifts. Man, what a session that was. Honestly, like, deadlifts just feel amazing right now. The development that has gone into my sumo deadlift over the past couple months, all the work, all the foundation that has been put in is really paying off, and I'm really eager to see how far we can push it once we reach those heavier loads. Like I said, today was just a stepping stone for next week. After today's performance, I'm really stoked, and I'm really keen to see what we can push out next week. Each set was at an RPE 7. The grip was a little bit of an issue today, just in terms of callus build-up, but nothing that I can't treat. I've got a whole week before we tackle sumos again, but I'm going to treat them tonight or tomorrow because they have built up quite a bit. They are due to shave down a little bit, so I'm going to treat them. Amazing session. Like I said, I got more sleep last night, so I felt really fresh coming in today. After the sumo deadlifts, we did some accessories as usual, as always. I don't know why I keep saying after this we did this, because it's a given, you're going to do accessories after your main lifts. Anyway, the accessories, did some RDLs at 140 kilos. The posterior chain work that we're putting in is it's really going to pay off, and I'm so happy with the way everything is moving with the accessories as well. I treat them just as important as I would the main lifts. I feel like you have to. If you don't, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, because essentially the accessories, that's what you're building. Like, you're building your house there, and the accessories are the bricks. You're laying the foundation down for the main lifts. So treat your accessories the way you would your main lifts, and you'll go a lot further. After the RDLs, did hip thrusts, again very lightweight, and something that sort of clicked today with the hip thrust was pushing more with my midfoot. It just made the hip thrust a little bit easier, and still activating the glutes at the top of the movement, still getting that quality work in. I just feel like pressing through my midfoot instead of my heels, like I have been doing, seems to have made it feel quite easy. So after hip thrust, did some goblet lunges and really focusing on quad engagement there. Really happy with today's session. Going to be moving on to bench and upper body accessories on day 3 on Thursday. We're resting tomorrow. We're getting a haircut tomorrow finally. This thing's a mess. I don't know how I look so good even after doing a bloody workout and wearing a hat. I love Wednesdays. I love rest days in the middle of the week. It's a nice split between sessions. So I'll see you guys on day 3 for bench. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, so fresh. Uptown Barbers in Sydney. If you are ever in Sydney CBD, I highly recommend you check them out for any cuts that you need. They have been looking after me since probably August of last year. One of my friends, Eric, he actually introduced me to them. So yeah, really great guys, really nice, really humble. I'll put their Instagram handle in the description below if you are ever in Sydney CBD and you need a fresh fade or fresh trim. Go check them out. On another note, it is extremely hot today. We had about a 40-degree day, and it is just disgusting out today. There's still crazy wildfires burning as well, so you can see it's actually you can't really see because it's quite white, but it's pretty like hazy and smoky out here. There's a lot of smoke covering us right now. Hopefully it clears up a bit. But yeah, Australia, we're really having a hard time right now. We have been for the past few months. We're gonna go into the gym and we're gonna do our upper body day today. We got our tempo bench press. Interesting one today. We got 5 sets at 8 RPE, but I am in charge of the amount of reps that I do as long as it is within the 8 RPE. Very interesting way to tackle it. So we'll get into that 5 sets, and then we got all the pump stuff, all the bro stuff after that for upper body, and that'll be it. So like I said, pretty easy session. It's the easiest session I feel like of the week, and yeah, we'll get into it. Got my gear here, gym bag, everything. Let's get into it. So that is the end of tempo bench. Interesting one today because this heat is like completely gassing me. It's completely gassing me. It's really hard to get oxygen in, especially because it is a warehouse environment. I was just finding it a little bit difficult to get oxygen in because of the heat. Like I said, 5 sets. I had to determine the amount of reps, but keep it at an 8 RPE. So I feel like I fairly gauged the amount of reps I needed to do each set. And the way it worked was, for the first set I managed 6 reps, second set 6 reps, but then something weird happened. I was able to get out a 7th rep for the next 2 sets, and then 6 reps for the last one. So it's kind of backwards in a way there. It gives me an indication that I may have miscalculated the RPE for the first 2 sets and could have potentially done a 7th rep on sets 1 and 2. This tempo bench it's quite challenging. I'm going to move on to the upper body stuff now and then call it a night. I'm feeling quite tired just because I feel like it's, like I said, it's hard to get this oxygen in, and I feel like it really drains me. So I'm feeling a little bit down in the slumps at the moment, more than I would like to be. But you roll with the punches and you get it done. Good day benching. Always take the opportunity to spot someone if you see that looks like they're going for a heavy lift, say a squat or bench press. I really like to jump in when I can and help out the people that I train with. So you just saw me spot Raf for his 162 squat for a 3. It was easy, but it's good to still have someone there that can be there and watch out for you during heavy sessions like that. So if you see someone that looks like they might be struggling or feel like they might use a hand, just jump in. Just jump in. It doesn't take a lot of time at all. Low bar squat is finished. It was a bit of a weird one today because for some reason, like for the first time for as long as I can remember in all my training, I stumbled across some depth issues today. The single I felt was okay in terms of everything, technique and everything like that. So still getting used to touching heavy singles. You can still see when you watch it back, you can still see that I'm a little bit hesitant going into the hole. And I feel like that's just attributed to all the tempo work that I've been doing and learning how to just be patient and maintain shapes and not focus so much on speed. As well as all the high bar work that I've been doing, different positions, and I'm still getting used to this low bar position. But overall, still felt good. Rated it at a 7.5 RPE. We moved on to back down sets at 130 kilos for 3 sets of 5, and this is where I was noticing the depth issues. For some reason, I was just struggling to hit it. It just looked like I was right on. Could be tight hips, could be tight ankles. Everything feels okay. I got my buddy Jay to double check from the side, and he was saying it was okay. It was just one rep that looked a little bit high. And I looked back at it as well, and I do agree that there was like one or two that were a little bit just on depth or just above. It's really hard. It would be one of those situations where on competition day, if that happened, it would just take one bad referee or two bad referees from the side to say, nah, that's not good enough, red light. And you know how it goes in powerlifting, majority rules, 2 out of 3, that's it. We're just gonna have to address those things. So I wanna thank this guy. I wanna thank this guy for spotting me on the last back down set. You said it was about the 3rd rep that was just a little bit higher. It's always good to surround yourself with people that can have your back and can just double check these things for you, just in case you're not sure, just in case, you know, maybe it's just in your head. It's always good to get it outside perspective, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, so honesty the best thing.
Yeah, exactly, honesty. Surround yourself with people that just want you to get better.
Get it.
Let's get it. I was just doing tempo deadlifts, that's all it was. Just conventional tempo deadlifts. Man, apart from the general fatigue, I feel like I can nail this down to the lack of time that I allowed between sessions, between last night's session and today's session. I came in earlier today. Having that shorter gap between sessions, I feel like affects me. But I would rather train at an unusual time that I'm not used to than not train at all. The RPE spike was quite significant today for conventional deadlifts. Conventional is just, it's not my babe anymore. It used to be my favorite, it used to be my lift, but ever since transitioning over to sumo and you know, tapping into that potential on that side of the fence, conventional has just felt extremely off. But I still feel like the exposure is good. You know, conventional does have a very nice carryover to sumo, not the other way around as some people would think. Top set of 185 kilos, rated at about an RPE 8.5. And then the back down sets, 3 sets of 5 at 170 kilos at RPE 12,000. Like I said, it was just tempo deadlifts. That's what I'm putting it down to. No one has to know, right? No one has to know that you're weak at conventional. Just did some dumbbell RDLs afterwards. 3 sets of 10. Felt nice, good range there. Can really feel the activation in my hamstrings. You know, dumbbells, machines, anything like that. Anything that has to do with the hamstrings. Like for the longest time, I've always had a struggle feeling that mind-muscle connection. But lately I've actually been able to feel what I should be feeling. And I guess that just comes down to, over time, you learn different techniques that work for your body and, you know, what works the best for you to allow to target those muscle groups and to really feel what you should be feeling, especially when it comes to the bodybuilding work. That's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the training footage, and I hope you enjoy my little twist on, you know, trying to make this stuff look as intriguing as possible. Like I said, at the end of the day, I just want to let you guys into my life a bit more and show you what I get up to. So if you enjoy it, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. For those that have, I appreciate you so much. You guys have really shown your support, and the messages that I get through my Instagram and stuff like that, Facebook, just the support is unreal, and I couldn't be more appreciated. So join the bandwagon, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified of when I upload. Apart from me spamming social media, you'll get notified on there as well. And let me know what you think in the comments. If you have anything to add, drop them down below. Stay tuned. Monday we got low bar squats, no more high bar, and then Tuesday we got that AMRAP. Looking forward to it. Peace out. Stay savage.